Crestor prophylactically, which is something that AstraZeneca, when they initially filed their patent applications and got their indications, it was not prophylactic use. So we're seeing even now patent trolls, as you would say, getting into that kind of space, going into pharmaceutical space where there's huge dollar values, which is something you don't see a lot in some of the electronic side. You have large groups of defendants, but it's to bring the large values. But in the pharma space, we're seeing small 1 or 2 defendants where they sell the drug and have huge revenues, and it's creating for branded companies who are selling drugs and now generics who are going to be treating those drugs and using those drugs in the same way. It's going to create additional risk and liability for infringing patents. So that's going through. There's 3 separate lawsuits brought by plaintiffs' law firms against AstraZeneca, and we'll see what happens and how that plays out. But it's something, again, if you're working in the pharma space, you're a generic company who's copying the label and the indication that's required, watching what's happening for the branded company and how they're being sued and how their patents or their indications are being used, making sure that your product and that you're being sold is going to have some liability or not. You're protecting yourself against that liability. So it's something that generic companies have not had to worry about in the past, and they are definitely going to have to worry about it in the future. And that's really where we're seeing the future of the NPE practice. I think on the electrical side and the computer science side, there's going to be more and more pushback by state AGs, the FTC, the Supreme Court on written description issues, trying to tighten up the requirements for obtaining a patent, and then is going to be moving more and more into the pharmaceutical space, which is going to affect every one of your companies and clients for people who work in the generic space as well as the branded space. So I know we have a short time. I'd like to move on to the next speaker, but if there's any questions afterwards or after this presentation, please let me know. Thank you.